Hi, I'm Shara Gregory, and thank you for checking out this video about the Plan to Profit in Real Estate seminar. I've been investing in real estate in the Richmond, Virginia market for about 25 years. And over the past 2 years, I developed this seminar to include content that I thought would be very useful for both newer investors as well as experienced investors who are looking to expand into some areas they might not have worked in before or looking to improve their skills in certain areas. So I'm going to go through in this video the content of each of the 6 sessions, and hopefully that will help you decide whether or not this is a product that you would want to purchase. The video version of this seminar are 6 sessions, each about 2 hours long, so a total of 12 hours of content, including some bonus material that I'll explain at the end. In the first session, we talk about rentals, starting with overall strategies for holding rentals long-term, as well as how to buy properties in this competitive market, what to look for, where to look, and also, importantly, how to buy from wholesalers. What does that involve? Who are wholesalers? What are the documents that are involved in buying from a wholesaler, and what that process looks like? We also talk about property management, if you're going to do that yourself as a DIY endeavor or work with a professional property manager. It's important to understand some aspects of landlording for the long haul. Session 2, rentals, is continued, and in this one we talk about the basic elements of cash flow, including the very important point about what expenses you need to anticipate in being a long-term buy and hold investor, and how to plan for those and set aside money so that you are not caught unawares when expenses come up in the future. We also talk about the overall strategy of buy and hold that's nowadays called the BRRRR strategy. This includes both short-term and long-term financing. So we're focused here on the financing aspects, including what are your options for lenders and what are the implications of how you own the property, whether it's in your personal name or an LLC. Also talking about the debt coverage ratio, which becomes important if you are buying in an LLC and working with a commercial lender. And then finally, what to ask as questions of prospective lenders. Session 3 was a lot of fun, not so much my part, which started with an overview of just the rehab cost estimating and how that works and how you determine the overall scope and an example of an Excel file to use for that. But more importantly, where Pete DeWorkin joined us, and Pete is the fixer-upper coach in the Richmond, Virginia area, and Pete has a tremendous amount of experience and knowledge to share, and he was very gracious to join us in this session 3 on rehabbing and talked quite a bit about his view on what are some important points for investors to consider when buying properties, and also working with contractors, mistakes to avoid, some best practices for rehabbing, and a little bit of Q&A at the end. Pete is always a tremendous resource, and we were very, very happy to have him join for this session 3, and I think you'll enjoy it as well. Session 4 is about analyzing deals, potential deals, whether they're rentals or flips. And this is one of my favorite parts of the whole Plan to Profit seminar. There's a reason that I named this Plan to Profit. The plan portion before you buy is extremely important in being successful. So I really wanted to focus on both planning for rentals and planning for flips. And on the rental side, this is a projection of cash flow, and I shared with you 2 different Excel files, both a simple one and a more advanced one that includes the short-term and long-term financing aspects when you are trying to determine whether or not a potential property for rental is a good idea and what you would expect the cash flow to be. I'll also show you how this compares to some other alternatives such as BiggerPockets and Rehab Valuator. And I know that not everyone wants to work with Excel, so I showed you how the same deal done in all these different systems, what that looks like, and you can choose for yourself which way you want to go forward. The most important thing is that you do the analysis to begin with. Then on the flip side of the equation, we wanted to look at flips and talk about What do you need to do to analyze a flip, with one of the most important numbers being what should be your maximum offer in order to achieve the profit target that you have in place. And as with the rentals, we also compared to your options to use BiggerPockets and RehabValuator for doing a similar analysis. Session 5 is about private money lending. And in this session, we start with talking about, from both a borrower perspective and a lender perspective, what do you need to do to get started and to understand the overall process. And then I spent a good bit of time talking about the overview of the entire process that I developed, showing 6 stages of the private money lending deal and what both the borrower and the lender need to be doing at each step along the way, and what documents are necessary. I know the documents can be a somewhat intimidating part of the process, and I wanted to make sure that that was more clear for people who are looking to do private money lending. The final session is on self-directed retirement accounts. And for this, I wanted to share, first of all, what is a self-directed account, and also give a basic breakdown on how you create these accounts. I showed 3 different types of accounts and how they are created, including the solo 401k, which I think is a very important option that people need to understand and at least know about, as well as who are the custodians that can help with these different types of accounts. And then I wanted to make sure we went into some aspect of how you use self-directed accounts. What does it mean to own real estate in an account? What are some of the pluses and minuses compared to owning a more traditional asset like stocks? And then also, very important, critical thing you need to know about disqualified parties and prohibited transactions. This is by no means a full accounting of all the information that you need to know. This is only a 2-hour session, but it should give you a foundation to build on to be able to continue your education about self-directed accounts, and then begin to take action as you educate yourself and connect up with the proper professionals to do so. Also went through a little bit about the difference between an IRA and a 401k, because there's definitely some critical points that I want to make sure people understand there. So the bonus materials that are available with this purchase include all of the slides, the PowerPoint slides for all 6 sessions. I make those available as a PDF version, so you don't have to take screenshots or scribble down notes to try to capture the information that's in the slides themselves. You will have access to all of that, as well as the 2 analysis files that I talked about, these Excel files for both the rental analysis and the flip analysis. You will be able to download those and then either modify them, use them, however you wish. Those are yours to keep. And then finally, there's a bonus video. This is a 30-minute video explaining in more detail about the advanced rental analysis file. I go into more detail here than I had time to do in the session on analyzing deals. So if you are interested in working with that file, I think you'll find this very useful as well. So if this sounds interesting to you, again, this is all 6 videos, 12 hours of content, plus the bonus materials for $199. That can be purchased starting at the website plantoprofitre.com. That's the Plan to Profit in Real Estate website. And I want to make sure it's clear, this is the full deal. This is $199 for all of this content. This is not a teaser deal to get you into something where we're going to then talk about this other thing you need to learn, or this other thing you need to pay money for and sign up for. This is the whole enchilada. So $199 gets you this material. If based on what you've seen so far, this is something that you think would be beneficial to you, then certainly I encourage you to go ahead with the purchase, and this is how you do it. Once you click on the Purchase the 6-session video series on that website, then you have the opportunity to use a credit card or PayPal to buy. And after you've done that, then you go to Facebook, and this is where the content is made available on Facebook. You can sign up with your dog's name. I don't care. You make a Facebook account and you will be able to get into this Plan to Profit in Real Estate seminar private Facebook group. Just be sure that you look for the group with the seminar name at the end, and then answer a couple of questions, and that will give you access to all of the content. So within the private Facebook group, the videos are made available in this little section called units. So each video is its own unit. And then the files, those bonus materials, are available in the cleverly named section called files. That's where you will find the PDFs of all the slides for all of the 6 sessions, as well as the analysis files. So I hope this information has been helpful to you in making a decision about whether or not you'd like to purchase this product. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to contact me through the Plan to Profit at Real Estate website, and I will do my best to answer them. Thank you.